Good morning, students. Today we'll learn economics first chapter, the story of a village Palampur. Students, before going to the concept of this chapter, let me discuss about the village Palampur. The purpose of the story is to introduce some basic concepts relating to production, and this we do through a story of a hypothetical village Palampur. Palampur is located in the western part of Uttar Pradesh. This village has about 450 families belonging to several different castes. This village areas in 226 hectares of land. 150 families have zero land, they are landless, and 240 families have less than 2 hectares of land. 60 families have more than 2 hectares of land. The upper caste families own the majority of the land and they have pakka houses. The scheduled caste comprises 1/3 of the population and they live in the corner of the village having mud houses. Then the facilities of this village. Farming is the main activity, whereas other activities such as small scale industry, small scale manufacturing, dairy, transport, and some small shops also. If we will go education, Palampur has 2 primary school and a high school, and medical facilities also in that village. There is a primary health center which is run by the government and a private dispensaries. Electricity connection also well connected in that village, and it is connected to irrigation facilities. Communication. Palampur has well developed system of road and it is well connected to neighboring villages and to small towns. Then we will go to the production of this village. So different types of production activities in these villages. As you know, students, in villages across India, farming is the main production activity, and such as other activities also which is referred non-farming activities. Here I can say you have to remember what is farming and what is non-farming. Farming is related to agriculture and non-farming is related to small manufacturing, transport and shopkeeping. So now we will discuss about the factors. What are the factors of production? What is the aim of production? What are the requirements of production? The aim of production is to produce goods and services, and for that we need some factors. That is, land is the first resource. So first factor of production is land. Land is the first and fixed resource for any production. The standard unit of measuring land is hectare, and after the green revolution in 1960s in Palampur, most of the wasteland converted into some cultivable land. So all lands in Palampur is cultivated, and in rainy season they use kharif. Farmers grow jaw and bajra in kharif season, and it is used in cattle feed, and it is followed by the cultivation of potato between month of October to December. And in winter season, rabi, they started rabi, and fields are sown with wheat in that village. The main reason why farmers are able to grow 3 different crops in a year, that is a question. Why? Because it is due to well developed irrigation facilities. So to grow more than one crop on a piece of land during the whole year in a piece of land, and they grow more than one crop, it is called as multi-cropping. So in the village Palampur, they followed traditional method of farming and the modern farming also. What is traditional method of farming? Traditional method of farming is they're using the bullocks and traditional way of farming. And modern farming is some new developed machines like tractors, threshers and harvester for the more production they used. Then let me discuss with the second factors of production. Second factors of production is labor, and the second requirement factor is labor. People who will do work. Some production activities require some skilled, educated workers to perform the necessary task, and other activities which require some manual workers also. And in the Palampur farming require a great deal of hard work. Labor might be employed on a daily basis or a whole year. So there are two types of labor. One is daily labor and another is seasonal labor. What is daily labor? Daily labor works on a daily wages. They work in daily wages. They come and work, and other times they were unemployed like this. But in seasonal labor, only work during the harvesting time and cropping time. And uh, in this way, daily by the government has given some wages, fixed wages. It is 300 and 300 and 160 rupees as daily wages labor. Then we have to know the third factor of production. Physical capital is the third factor of production, which is very essential. The third requirement is physical capital. What do you mean by physical capital? Any production cannot run without a physical capital that is required. What are the items under the physical capital is? That is, we have to purchase tools, machines, buildings, and this can be used for a production over many years. That we can say that is one time purchase. We can say over time purchase, so it is called a fixed capital. And working capital is buying some raw materials as daily labors, some money in hand as regular expense. So that is called the working capital. Fixed capital is buying one time purchase. It is tools, machines and buildings. And working capital is some raw materials, necessary equipments as per the need, and some daily labor wages, which is coming under the working capital. Then fourth factor is the human capital. As you know, all these run by a person, run by an entrepreneur, we can say. So there is the fourth requirement who will need knowledge, skill and expertise to be able to put together land, labor, physical capital and produce an output to sell in the market. That is called the human capital, and that is the entrepreneur. So today, students, we have discussed factors of production. There are 4 factors of production. First one is land, second one is labor, third one is physical capital, and fourth one is human capital. So in next class we will discuss more about on this chapter. So hope you all understood. Okay, thank you.